What is going on, guys? Hope everybody's having a great day. It's your boy Chris coming back with another Mariners postgame. Today we're going to be talking about a really tough pitching matchup, the second game in a two-game set against the San Diego Padres. You had Bryce Miller on the mound for the Seattle Mariners, Michael King on the mound for the San Diego Padres. Michael King off to a really good start to his young career, came over in that Juan Soto trade with the New York Yankees over to San Diego. Bryce Miller also off to a really good start to his career. Knew it was going to be a really tough pitching matchup, especially with the struggles that the offense has had. I was more concerned about how Bryce Miller was going to perform. Let's hop into the pitching staff and talk about how they did today. Man, it was a nail-biter throughout this whole game. Bryce Miller, though, 6 innings, shutout ball, only gave up, I believe, 4 hits. Looked really, really good. Locked in and nails. Now, this is someone who struggled a little bit more on the road out of everybody else in this pitching staff. He's still overall been decent, but he's had a couple of hiccups, a couple of blow-up starts on the road, and this is a really tough lineup. You look at San Diego, they are a very good lineup, 1 through 9. They have damage throughout that whole lineup. I was worried Bryce Miller might have a bad outing. He goes out there, proves me wrong. 6 innings of really good quality, shutout ball. He just did his job, and he did it to a really, really high level. He just performed really, really well. They go and hand the ball off to Austin Voth in the 7th inning, who's been nails practically all season. One of the most underrated relievers in this Mariners, relief group here. I think Austin Voth doesn't get enough credit. He's been nails practically all season. Had a couple of hiccups, but that's just bullpen. The bullpens always have a couple of hiccups. Each guy's gonna have a hiccup throughout the year. I mean, we saw it with Clay Holmes, right? In the New York series, Mariners are able to score 5 off of them, 4 off of them, whatever the case may be. It happens to every good reliever, but Austin Voth has been really shut down, goes in there in the 7th, quick inning, no problems. You hand the ball over to Ryan Stanek in the 8th, who's also been kind of slept on. I know we've been kind of maybe looking at him in a dim light because of the last 2 weeks. He's had 2 or 3 starts where he's given up the critical home run, but overall, Ryan Stanek has done an excellent job. And with these with Santos coming back and also Spire hopefully coming back after the All-Star break, it's able to put these guys in more of a comfortable position, in a role where they're not having to pitch in the 8th inning in such a high-leverage situation. Imagine Stanek in the 7th or even in the 6th, let's say, if they want to give the starters a little bit of a break, a rest, only have them throw 5. Whatever the case may be, you have both. Same thing, 6th, 7th, 5th inning, whatever, long relief. It puts these guys in a more comfortable position, and you're able to play around with what role you want each guy to fill. So that's key. It's huge. Stanek, again, I want to get back to that. Really solid. Gave up a walk. I think he might have given up a hit. I can't remember off the top of my head. But overall, Ryan Stanek got the job done. No runs allowed. Going into the 9th, Munoz was coming out there. It was throwing smoke, especially after Santos came out last night, kind of made a statement. Munoz comes out, little sketchy there, gets a runner on second base. Then there was the ball that it looked like it was going to go over J.P. Crawford and Ryan Bliss over there at second and shortstop. I think Ryan Bliss got subbed in at second. Excuse me if I'm wrong on that. But the ball looked like it was going to pop over, and J.P. makes a nice play, stays in the infield. Game over. Mariners win this one 2-0. Like I said, nail-biter the whole time. Really good job by our pitching staff. Well executed. Great job. Let's talk about the offense. Okay, when you say 2 runs, it's not pretty. It is not pretty by any stretch of the imagination. They got the job done. Ultimately, 2 runs is not going to get you the job done majority of the time, even with this pitching staff. You got to add more. You got to. And we look at yesterday's game where this core had such a good game. This core had such a good game. You look at Julio, 4 for 4. Cal with the big day. France had a hit. Polanco had a hit yesterday. Garver had a hit. And then it's quiet. It's chirps. Cal doesn't get a hit all game. Julio strikes out 3 times, maybe 4. I can't remember off the top of my head. Garver, again, struggling. JP, struggling. Ty got a hit, but 4 hits is just not going to do the job most nights. You had Luke Raley with a hit. Jorge Polanco, who's looked a lot better again today, which is good to see. We'll talk about that a little bit. So you had Jorge Polanco, Luke Raley, Ty France, and Dylan Moore. Those are your 4 guys that got hits. Those are your 4 guys in the lineup that you probably look at as the bottom 4 out of the 9. Let's just be honest here. JP again struggled. Like I said, Cal, Julio, and I'm not trying to harp on these guys too much. It just seems like as soon as we take a step forward, this offense finds a way to take a step back or just stays neutral. Julio going 4 for 4 yesterday. You would think he'd maybe have a couple days where he has multi-hits like we saw in August last year. I know we're in July, we're hitting the All-Star break, we're going to get a break. Hopefully they could turn a corner, but just the inconsistency, has been, it's unbearable to watch at times. I'll still watch. I love the Mariners. I love my team, but it's really difficult to watch, especially when your star players are the ones who are consistently not performing at the level they should be. No matter how much you add at the deadline, this offense, the way they looked again tonight, it's just not going to get the job done every single night. We're able to scratch out a win, series win. It's good to see. Again, at the end of the day, though, they have to be better. Julio has to be better. Cal has to be better. 1 through 9 just needs to be better. I mean, Luke Raley's probably the only exception in that group. Everybody else is underperforming compared to the back of their baseball cards, and we've talked about it all season. So at some point, you have to accept, okay, this is partially where they're at, but at the end of the day, they're not going to make it very far if they can't turn it around and start performing. So I'm not trying to, it was a good win. We won 2-0, but again, the offense has to perform better. You're going into Los Angeles. You're going to face a weaker pitching staff. Hopefully you're able to score some runs, build some momentum into the All-Star break. You got All-Star break with Logan Gilbert. Maybe Munoz sneaks in if somebody pulls out. We'll see what happens exactly. Give them a break. They're in first place. Looks like Houston's going to win this game. I haven't checked the final score, but I'm pretty sure Houston's up like 9-1. Keep putting on the gas. Keep applying pressure. Keep winning ball games. Keep winning series. First series out of the All-Star game, Houston Astros. Go take care of business in LA. Give yourself maybe another game and a half. Put yourself in a really good position at the All-Star break, and hopefully this offense can turn it around after that break. Anyways, that's going to do it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll be back tomorrow with the pregame for the Los Angeles series and possibly a postgame. I'll let you guys know. Comment what you guys want to see next. Give a like, subscribe. I appreciate all y'all. And as always, have a great baseball day. Peace.